I'm going to show how to play When I Think About the Lord. Here's just a demo of what it will sound like. So it's going to sound something like this. I'm Capo on the 3rd fret, so that we're going to play in C. So here it is. So I'll break it down. So the first chord is an E flat. So for that, we'll just play a regular C chord. So leaving off the top string. The next chord will go to a G over B, and that I find the easiest way to play it in this progression is to put our second finger on the A string and 2nd fret, and our pinky on the B string on the 3rd fret, and so it'll sound like this. So from E flat to that B flat over D, it'll sound like this. And you notice you can leave this finger here that's on the C, because it's not doing anything because your pinky is covering that up. But it makes it easier to go to the next chord, so I'll often just leave it there. So I'll go. Then the next chord is going to be an A minor 7. So for that, it's like a regular A minor, except for I just take off my 3rd finger. So that's from the A string open, 2nd string on the D string, and then open, and then on the B string, I'm hitting the 1st fret. And I'm leaving the bottom string open, so it sounds like this. And the next chord, we're going to leave those 2 fingers there, and we're going to play, put our finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and play the whole string. So sound like that. And then for the next chord, we're going to go to somewhat of an F chord. But I'm going to leave my 3rd finger here on the A string, and then the 3rd fret on that D string, the 2nd fret on the G string, and then leaving that 1st finger on the B string on the 1st fret. And then I'm going to leave this E string open, and so that'll sound like this. And that is an F major 7, but you can also use it as an F. So it makes it easy. So all together, we've got our E flat over C, to the G over B, to the A minor 7, to this A minor 7 over G, to the F major 7. And if you want, you can grab the thumb and play that to make it a little full, but if not, just leave the play the top string, make it sound like that. And then for the next chord, we're going to go to a D minor 7, and for that we're going to drop down and bar it, and we're going to bar these first 2 strings on the 1st fret, and then we'll put our 2nd finger there on the 3rd string on 2nd fret, and then we'll play an open 4th string, just like that, to make a D minor 7. And then for this last chord, although it's not quite the B flat suspended on the chord chart, Instead, I'm playing it F over G. And so that what that looks like is I've got my third finger here on the 3rd fret on the E string, and I'm muting this A string with my 3rd finger, so it sounds like that, because I don't want to play the A string. And then for that 4th string there, got my pinky on the 3rd fret, and my middle finger is on the 3rd fret on this, or excuse me, the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then my 1st finger is there on the 2nd string on the 1st fret, and you can also leave this E string open there, so it's not like that. And that's all the chords. That's all the chords you'll need, and so we just mix them together on the verse. So here's the C. When I think to the G or B, the Lord, to the A minor 7, how he sings, to the A minor 7 over G, how he raised, to an F major 7, how he feels. And then I didn't show you this chord, but it's just a C over E, so it's just a C chord, and you'll leave the E string open. To the D minor 7, how he to the O's, when I think how he turn, how he makes me feel uncertain. And then to start the chorus, we're gonna just play this F over G. So it makes me, and then it's almost the same progression. So start on the C sharp, G over B, A minor 7, G, 7 over G, F major 7, C over E. And then you play that whole thing again. So that's all the chord you'll need. Same chords for the verse as the chorus. Almost the same progression as well, just a slightly different time. For the rhythm, mostly downstrokes will work. You can kind of give it a little bit of feel depending on what the drummer is playing. So you might, do something like this. Also notice I'm using a technique called hammer-ons, and what all that means is when I go to switch to like the next chord, so from this C to the G over B, I'll hammer on to that chord on that 2nd fret there. So when it just gives it a little bit nice flavor to it, and then you kind of do that on the A minor as well. This middle finger, sometimes it can come off, and it actually works with the song. So you'll notice a lot of times when I'm playing the F major 7, I don't always leave the middle finger on, so it might sound something like this. Take it off, or maybe a hammer on as well. So you can kind of get some nice chords. This also fits with a lot of other songs, more than just When I Think About the Lord. A lot of older songs, the song Worship the King also works well with this progression. So exactly the same progression. A lot of songs, it's just a walk down. You can use a progression. If the song was in F, you could move up to the 5th fret and capo on that and play it in there. And if the song was in C, you could just take off the capo completely and play in C. So yeah, I hope it helps.